Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Jonathan. Today we'll be doing a lower body based workout. All you'll need is a pair of dumbbells and a mini band. So let's get into the warm up. Let's start with some arm circles, get the shoulders warmed up. Same thing, just bigger circles. Opposite direction. Over, under, arms are shoulder high, arms are straight. Let's go over the hurdle and back. Knee comes up, rotate, back center, just moving at the hip. Keep the torso still. We got 5 on each side. Let's go 5 good mornings. We're gonna hinge back with our hips, soft knees, hips back. Squeeze the glutes at the top.
This is music.
Hamstring scoops, leg is straight, toe is up. Come down, scoop towards the ground. All right, let's take it down to our mats. T-spine rotations. Our knees are stacked at 90 degrees. This arm is extended. Try to pin that back shoulder to the ground. 5 rotations on each side. Let's go into our cat-cows. Push the ground away, round your back, tuck the chin. We're arching 10 here. Go into our bird dogs. Back leg stays below the hip. Arm comes to your ear. 3 on each side. All right, our last thing, our boot strappers. So elbows will be inside of your knees. We're gonna grab the shins for support. My heels are down, chest is up. Straighten out the legs, stretch out the hamstrings. And we're back down to that deep squat. All right, everybody, that's it for the warm up. Let's get into the workout. For our first block, we have 3 exercises. Exercise number 1 is gonna be a squat. We can go body weight, or you can grab a dumbbell in that front rack position with your elbows tucked in. We have an RDL, just like we did in the warm up. Soft knees, our hips are gonna be pushed back. Weight should be below the knee. Come up, squeeze the glutes at the top, starting that movement with the hips. And then we have a hip flexor march. We're gonna grab our mini band, loop it around, the center of our foot, our shoelaces. Our hips are gonna be forward, toe up, knees gonna come up to hip level, and we're gonna lower it back down, okay? So we're gonna go 10 there. So we'll start with that squat. We're going 10 squats. I'll start body weight for the first set, and then we'll add some dumbbells. Feel free to add dumbbells on your first set. Here we go. You're gonna drive those knees out, chest stays up. You can point those toes slightly out, squeeze at the top. 10 reps. Going into those RDOs. Grab my weights. Dumbbells are gonna stay close down my thighs. I'm gonna bend up my hips first. Dumbbells will come right below the knee. Back is flat. Squeeze at the top. Hip flexor march. Let's grab that mini band, loop it around our shoelaces, middle of our foot. All right, side view, hips forward. We don't want to be hinged over here because we're not going to work our hips. Here we go. Let's go 10 repetitions. Feel free to hold on to a wall if you want better support, so we can work on that, focus on that contraction as well. I'm going hands on the hips, toe up. That's it for round one. Going back to our squats, I'm gonna add some weight. Let's hold that weight horizontal, elbows tucked in, dumbbells close to my body. Here we go, 10 reps, find your stance. Grab that other dumbbell and get set up for our RDOs. 10 repetitions, bending at the hips first. Dumbbell comes below the knee, drive to the hips and squeeze the glutes. 10 reps. Hip flexor marches. Let's grab that mini band. Here we go. 10 reps. Hips forward. Core is engaged, staying nice and tall. All right, remember, take breaks in between if you need to. Grab water, take rest time. Going into round number 3, here we go. Grabbing my dumbbell, remember, feel free to go body weight. Here we go. 10 reps. Grab those knees out, parallel, back up.
They love it when I turn off the bass.
Back to those RDLs. Find your stance, feet are right under your hips. Make sure you're not too wide. Here we go. 10 reps. All right, let's go into our hip flexor march, last round. Before we move on to our next thing. Here we go. Hips forward.
They love it when I turn off the bass.
All right, good work on that block. Moving on to our third block, we're going 3 exercises again. Exercise number 1 is going to be a reverse lunge. So we're going to be standing, here's our starting position. We're going to take a big step back. I'll go side view, wider than you think. Knee's going to come straight down. We're going to come back up, making sure that that front knee is driving out, chest staying up, coming back center, okay? So we can alternate legs, or we can just step back and go from a stationary position so we're not moving. Chest stays up, curl that back toe, knee's gonna come straight down. You have the option to grab weight and hold it out to the side as well, or we can just go body weight, okay? Exercise number 2 is gonna be a monster walk. So we're gonna loop that mini band around our ankles. Whatever your space allows you to go about 10 steps if you're able to. I'm gonna go as many as I can before I get out of frame. So about 5 or 6 reps. We're gonna grab our dumbbells, hold the dumbbells out to the side, come onto the balls of our foot, and then we're gonna come back down for that calf raise. So let's start with that reverse lunge. I'm gonna go stationary. I'm gonna go body weight for the first round. Here we go. We're going 8 reps on each leg. All right, let's go. Step back, knee down, chest up, back center, and then we're gonna alternate. All right, going into that monster walk. Let's grab that mini band. Above the ankles, find that stance. Toes forward, hips are square, shoulders are square. We're staying low, keeping that tension in the legs. Do your best to not bounce up and down. All right, let's get set up for that calf raise. Let's grab the dumbbells, shoulders are down and back. Standing nice and tall, coming on to the balls of your foot, back down. 12 reps here. All right, back to that reverse lunge. I'm gonna go stationary for this second set so you can see the second option. Wide step, knee's gonna come straight down, back heel is off the ground. My feet aren't too close together, so I'm not losing my balance. They're spread apart. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna switch the other leg. Big step back, onto your toe. All right, back to that monster walk. Go, let's get set up, stay low, stay square. Here we go. All right, let's roll those shoulders down and back. Here we go. Balls of your foot. All right, everybody, our last round. Here we go, reverse lunges. So you have the stationary version, or we have the alternating. So I'm gonna go back to stationary, give that front view. Here we go. Your knee does not have to touch the ground. Whatever you feel comfortable going, stick with that depth. All right, knee doesn't have to touch the floor. Here we go. Monster walk. All right, here we go. Stay low, keep that tension in the legs. Last round of our calf raises. Here we go. All right, everyone, good work. Let's take it down to our mats. Do a core down. Start with that quad stretch. Lay on my side, pull that knee up. You can rest onto your arm if you'd like. All right, let's go hamstring stretch. One leg is flat. Flex that toe, knee to your chest. You can switch legs whenever you're ready. Let's go figure four, cross that leg, then that leg over your knee. You can push your knee away. Finish off with child's pose. Sit back into your hips, reach your arms out in front. All right, everyone, good work. Take care. My name is Jonathan, and I'll see you next time.